Steven, did you like Ty Lue announcing that Hood will play?
Not at all. Just playing.
Thank you.
Why announce it? I mean, what are you trying to do? Who are you trying to cater to, or who are you trying to make like you? Like, you need to make any adjustment you need to win Game 3.
Right.
There's no need to announce it. Everybody knows all the supporting class has been struggling. Everybody knows LeBron seems like he's by himself this whole series. So by you coming out and saying that Rodney Hood is playing, it's for some reason. I don't know who you're trying to cater to, but like I said, there's no reason for that. Just play the guy. You know, JR hasn't been shooting well. We know you can't play Kyle Korver that much because he's a liability on defense. Just play the guy. Coming out and announcing it, I don't understand that.
That was me calling. Tell you can't post me up. But anyway, can we please stop this? It's Rodney Hood,
right?
Not Robin Hood.
Yeah,
he's not going to be stealing from the Warriors and bringing to the Cavaliers. I don't care. So what? The Warriors know what Rodney Hood is. What? It's not like this is not like football and quarterback. You keep that tight lip because they might be variants in style. Rodney Hood is a three-pointer. Ty always says, I want him to be aggressive. But what does he do, Skip? He either going to shoot the three, take 2 dribbles and shoot a 22-footer. He ain't really going to the basket. And then all of a sudden everybody, oh, Rodney Hood play great defense. I can't tell. Oh, he's 6'7", he's long. And all he does is just open the gate so guys can go right to the basket. And that's why he's been on the bench. So I hope he can give us something. But and Ty Lue is like, yeah, Rodney, I'm letting everybody know you playing. You keep on talking about, oh, he talking about, I'm watching YouTube. I see what, I'm like, oh, I'm still that guy. Okay, prove it. Prove it that you're still that guy. You were that guy. You were the second best player on a bad team because remember, Gobert was hurt and they went on that run after they got rid of Hood. So let's not fool ourselves and be thinking
they went on that run because of that kid they drafted.
Yo, but I'm saying, Rodney Hood was gone. So let's stop pretending that all of a sudden.
There was a reason he was gone because he's hard to coach, but he can get crazy hot and he can defend. He's built about like you're built. Same body, same wingspan. But I was shocked and dumbfounded by this, and it's not the end of the world, but I am so with you. Why would you just volunteer it to the media? Can you imagine Greg Popovich saying, you know what, tomorrow night I'm going to play Boris Diaw 30 minutes or whatever. You know, he just wouldn't do it because it doesn't matter. It doesn't, there's no strategic advantage to declaring it or not declaring it. You just put this, he's still a kid to me. He's 25 years old, Rodney Hood, and he's never been in this spotlight. And now you're thrusting him into the hottest spotlight in the league, in basketball.
Well, we told him.
You told him what?
We told him, yeah, you play it, you're going to get a lot of minutes.
Why would you do that to him? He's obviously.
So what you want to do? You put his ass in the game the night of the game?
The lights are too bright for him already, and now you're going to make him sleep on it?
Hold on. The lights too bright for him, and you want us to play him now? I ain't playing it. I change my mind. If I'm Ty Lue, I change my mind.
Well, I mean, what other options do you have?
None.
And then with Hood, you can't be one-dimensional. That's a big reason why you haven't played.
Thank you.
Because all you do is come in and shoot the ball. You don't make anybody else better. You don't guard anybody.
Thank you.
And at this point, yeah, they need somebody to hit an open shot, but they need somebody to defend, too. Just coming in and shooting the ball is not going to win the series.
Well, we got a bunch of guys that can just shoot. Ask Jordan Clarkson.
Actually, nobody can shoot but LeBron right now.
Well, they can shoot, but ain't nobody making no shot.
Right.
I mean, Jordan Clarkson got 19 minutes in game 1. For what?
Okay, so what's the MO here? Is there strategic advantage in, are you trying to fake out Golden State that you might not play Rodney Hood? Because they don't care, like one way or the other, right?
The strategic part should have been not saying nothing. Coming with your regular lineup and throwing him in and see what happens. Now that they know he's going to play, they can kind of prepare for him.
All right,
and they
fine.
can put him in the scouting report.
Is Ty Lue trying to defend himself, that like he's not making enough moves? Like, hey, I'm going to make a big move. I'm going to play Rodney Hood tomorrow night. Watch this. Watch me.
Look, here's the thing. This is how moves work. When you only got so much money, there's only so many places you can move.
Right.
It ain't like you got Malibu money. He got Compton money. That's where he need to be.
I like Compton. But
I'm saying that's what he got with Rodney Hood. Y'all making it seem like Rodney Hood Anthony Davis.
Right.
And he been sitting Anthony Davis. Hell no, he not that. We've seen Rodney Hood for 20-plus games. He was moping. He got upset. He didn't want to play 8 minutes, but he jumped up off the bench with 2 seconds. Now because he realized I messed this up. And it got in his head. Skip, stop. Rodney Hood is Rodney Hood. It's a difference when you, the second best player, you're on a team with very limited expectations as opposed to being in the NBA Finals or playing alongside the best player. Stacks, you know there's a different expectation you play inside Tim Duncan
Right.
as opposed to playing alongside somebody else.
Right.
That's true.
Big difference.
So that's what's getting Rodney Hood. It's not that Rodney Hood can't play. It's the expectations now that they have of Rodney Hood. Can you give us those 14 points that you gave us in Utah? He ain't even been close to that.
But is the expectation of him playing the last couple of games he played in garbage minutes and he played well, he hit a couple shots, is the expectation coming from that? If so, that's not good expectations because the guys he's playing against are not going to be the guys he's playing against in the game.
That's my point.
Okay, but alongside LeBron James, there was a 7-game stretch, late March, early April. Your team went 6-1, and he averaged 14 points a game.
What happened?
He is capable of doing it. I know it wasn't the NBA Finals.
Skip, he's an NBA player. All those players are capable of doing something. What makes the great ones, they're capable and they do it with greater frequency. This guy, that 7-game stretch. Okay, what happened since those 27 games after that stretch?
Who's the hardest player to play with in the history of basketball? LeBron James. Because the world says he doesn't have enough help. So every time a helper gets the ball wide open from 3, it's like, oh my God.
They hold it and try to get it back to him instead of being aggressive.
But here's the thing. When you play with LeBron James, for the most part, especially since he's been back in Cleveland, you have a very specific job.
Simple job, too.
That's Kyle Korver.
Well, but it's a simple, hard job. I mean, it's a high-pressure, simple job, right?
Stack, let
Right.
me ask you a question, Stack. J.R. Smith is making $14 million a year. Do you actually think in the NBA Finals you could go 3 for 10? Can you give me 5 for 11? Can you give me 4 for 10? Can you give me that?
Easy.
J.R. went 3 of 10 and 2 of 9. He's making $14 million.
Whose fault is that? Didn't LeBron help push for that?
Skip, he earned that contract in that season because he played well. Just like we talk about Dez. He earned the contract.
He did.
But you got to keep earning it.
You
You
do.
just don't get to say, okay, I earned the contract in the contract year. Now I'm done. You got to keep earning it.
Well, a lot of stuff people don't understand is, too, those same shots in regular season are harder in the finals. Everybody can't make them shots when the light's on like that. You got guys that are great regular season players.
Yeah.
But when it's the chips on the line, when you have to make these shots, when every possession counts, everybody don't show up.
It's like field goal kickers. Skip, we see field goal kickers in the regular season, and they come playoff, be it the first round, the championship game, or the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, the ball going up in the still like, what happened to you? Rodney Hood, you need to show me. But the thing is, we talk about Hood, and we talk about Korver, we talk about JR, like we ask him to give us 20. Can you give us 10 to 12 points? Is that asking too much for 20? JR played 30 minutes and gave you 5. Zaza played 3 and gave you 6.
So, Steven Jackson, tonight you have
At Cleveland.
big, little,
Well,
close?
I have it close, and I'm really didn't want to say that, but I just give LeBron the props of going home because you got to think, Game 4 last year, they shot 53% from the field and 53% from the three-point line and barely won with Kyrie. This is the same Golden State team.
And that was
a
the
little
night
better.
Kevin Love hit 6
Right.
threes.
They played out of this world and barely won at home in Game 4. They don't have Kyrie Game 3. And they've been struggling on offense. If they don't win this game, you can go and hang it up.
We got this game.
Warm the boat up. Get the fishing rods ready. Get the banana boat ready. Chris Paul already there. Melo already
Put
there.
something on the game tonight, because you talking like you got the Warriors. Put something on it.
I got Cleveland, like I said.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because he know what Bron capable of doing.
You get
At
nervous
home.
because everybody's picking Cleveland tonight.
No, I ain't getting nervous. Why I get nervous?
Well,
I got him.
when the world says one thing, the other thing tends to happen. Right?
That guy right there,
I know.
he can
Huh?
make the world
It
spin.
seems like Skip know you pretty well now, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't nervous.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.